Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you're having a great day today. So today I wanted to continue the energy conversation and talk about something specifically in regards to energy, okay? So in the last episode, we talked about how it is now scientifically confirmed that everything is energy and how Eastern philosophy has been saying this for thousands of years, or whether you want to call it woo-woo philosophy, it doesn't matter. It is now scientifically confirmed. Now, I want to talk about another topic that isn't 100% scientifically confirmed using the terminology of the woo woo or Eastern philosophy, but with a little common sense, we can see the similarities and understand that we're talking about the same thing. Okay. So that leads us into the topic of the energy torus field. Okay. And then also in regards to the human energetic field. So here I have a picture of what is known as a torus energy field. Okay. So everything in life has a torus energy field surrounding it, from the atom to any kind of organism or any material in life that is made up by atoms. It's going to have an energetic field engulfing it that is actually created by the collection of atoms themselves. Okay. So each atom and everything on the planet is surrounded by its own energy field known as the torus. This self-sustaining, balanced, dynamic energy flow process is the base for everything on the planet, okay? And I'm going to actually change that into the universe, okay? So it's actually the universe itself would have an energetic field surrounding it. Each planet has one surrounding it. All the fruits and vegetables that we eat have fields surrounding it and are putting off vibrations and field frequencies, okay? And then also relating to our personal lives, the human body has a torus energy field surrounding it. To me, this blew my freaking mind when I found this out. And just so you know, we know this scientifically confirmed. There are scientific measuring instruments that can monitor the field, all right? The average is like 3 to 8 feet away from the body that this field emanates, okay? And we obviously can't see it without specific scientific instruments or measuring recording instruments, but that does not mean that it is not there, okay? So we'll talk about the field a little bit in regards to the human body, okay? So there is many parts to the body that's going to be creating their own fields or that put their energy into creating the human field. However, the main thing that pulses out the energy for our field is going to be our heart, all right? So I want to share some information about that field generated by the heart. So the heart has an astounding electromagnetic field 5,000 times more powerful than the brain and produces 60 times greater an electrical field than the activities of the brain, okay? And to me, this was like completely boggling because the laws of physics state that any electrical current is going to be creating a field, all right? So somehow the heart is putting out a field 60 to 5,000 times more powerful than that of the brain, okay? A bundle of electricity that would certainly be putting out a field. The heart is putting out a way bigger field, okay? So, and another bit of crazy information that I didn't know about the heart before I learned this was the heart also has 40,000 different sensory neurons that are taking in information and sending it to the brain, which then is going to that information is going to elicit certain responses inside of our body, okay? So think about it for a second. What in the heck does the heart have 40,000 different sensory neurons going on for? All right, it's not the eyes, it's not taking in visual information, it's not the hands or the feet, it's not, or the skin, it's not touching and taking sensory information in that way. Nothing's touching it, it's not seeing anything. What sensory information is the heart taking in? And to me, the answer is completely simple and obvious, and I'm sure to many others as well, is it is going to be our field that the heart is generating is going to be taking in information, because all frequency, vibration, and energy is information, just so you know. But our field is going to be taking in the information of all the various fields and frequencies surrounding us, and it's going to be relaying that information to the brain, okay? So our torus energy field is also like a sensory bubble, taking in information from our external environment, all right? So I want to talk a little bit more about like what the torus would look like if we could see it, okay? So if you were to actually look from above down on a torus energy field, if you could actually see it, what it would look exactly like is a ripple, okay? But instead of a rock creating the waves of energy, it would be created internally, okay? And it would just be continuously creating those waves of energy, all right? So I want to go back here a bit to the original picture and show us the vortex, or excuse me, the torus with the vortexes or vortices and the center axis, okay? So if we were dropping a rock in a pond, this center axis is where the rock would displace the water, sending out the vibrations or ripples, okay? So our torus energy field is going to be shaped exactly like this. It's going to be acting very similar to a continuous ripple of energy. It's just invisible, okay? So everything in life has this ripple of energy. So imagine you're at the center of this ripple, and then someone you're hanging out with is at the center of this one, okay? Or this is the ripple from your environment at work, all right? Whatever. So it's been shown that frequencies, vibrations, and energies do absolutely elicit a physiological response inside the body and mind, okay? And we also know that ripples impact and intersect with each other, okay? So we 100% can assume that the energies surrounding us are impacting our ripple, our bubble, and that this is impacting our internal resonance and our physiology and our mentality, okay? So the ripples surrounding us, our body is taking in that information with the 40,000 different sensory neurons in the heart, it's relaying it to the brain, and it is actually physiologically creating reactions inside of our body and our mind, okay? And I just want to give us an example that I'm sure each and every one of us has experienced, okay? So we've all been in a scenario where we're in a room and, you know, maybe there's other people in the room, but the energy of the environment is positive, uplifting, and beautiful, right? And then someone enters that room, and you may not even be able to visually tell that this person is like upset or, you know, frustrated or very sad, but their energy that they are vibrating at, entering the room without even saying a word, can impact the energy of the room. And all of a sudden it becomes very static and unnerving, okay, and very uncomfortable. And this is because we 100% are always emitting a vibration and a field that affects others and others affects us, okay? So this is why it's extremely important. This is more the personal application now, is that we need to become aware of and scrutinize to the best that we can the energies that we're surrounding ourselves with, okay? So this goes for people and places. You know, places have energies too, all right? And in my opinion, we need to separate ourselves and separate ourselves from the negative, the toxic, and sometimes just the stressful. That doesn't mean it's necessarily good or bad or negative, but stressful environments have a stressful response inside the body and a stressful energy. And sometimes we need to separate ourselves from those spots, okay, or people. And we need to put ourselves in surroundings of positive, beautiful, uplifting individuals, or put ourselves in nature with beautiful, harmonious energies and frequencies, okay? So One thing that absolutely blew my mind when I read I just find some of this stuff absolutely fascinating, especially because it's being able to be recorded and proven, right? So we've all heard the saying that we become like who we surround ourselves with, right? You probably heard it when you were a kid. And when I was a kid, I just attributed it to, well, because of peer pressure and things like that, you just start to act like who you're hanging around. But now my opinion of this has absolutely changed, okay? So it's been shown that when you are with a group of individuals, each individual is going to have a Torus energy field surrounding them. And then if you're in close proximity, you're going to be kind of connecting to each other and marinating in each other's frequencies. However, not only are you going to be like butted up or adjacent to their frequency or to their fields, but the group as a whole will create a whole new collective Torus energy field that you are absolutely going to be marinating in the collective frequencies of that group, okay? So this is extremely important to understand and realize that we are definitely sitting in the vibrations and the frequencies of who we are around, okay? So if you are trying to be transforming your life, you're trying to be positive and optimistic and change your belief systems, yet you're surrounded with people who are toxic, unhappy, depressed, and complainers, and victims, then you're going to absolutely be struggling to break free from those energetic ties and bonds. However, if you are in that same position where you're trying to improve yourself, but maybe you're still at a lower point, and then you put yourself around beautiful, amazing, free thinking individuals, then that is going to help propel you on your trajectory upwards, okay? So we absolutely need to use this as a tool for our healing and our transcendence and our self-optimization. Who we surround ourselves with isn't just about our social lives. It can be a tool for healing, okay? So one thing I wanted to also talk about is the Earth has its own field, Torus surrounding it, and this Torus has a protective function to it. So when the sun emits solar flares and it has really nasty electromagnetic fields that are emitted from it, the field of the Earth helps protect the inhabitants and the ecosystems on Earth from those harmful fields, okay? So, I'm sure there's lots of people that believe this as well, but I personally believe that our field absolutely helps protect us if it is resonating healthy. And I'm confident that, our thoughts, our diet, proper exercise, all have, an impact on our field, okay? As well as our field, like I said, is kind of like 3 to 8 feet large. And so we need to make sure that we are absolutely scrutinizing who gets into, we'll say 3 feet, who gets within 3 feet of us for an extended period of time. I'm not talking about who gets, I'm not talking social distancing for energy, okay? I'm talking about for an extended period of time, all right? So the last thing I wanted to close with is what this is known as in Western society is a torus energetic field surrounding the body. All right, this is 100% confirmed. Scientific evidence confirms that this energetic field surrounds the human body and everything, but for this conversation, the human body. And Eastern philosophy or woo-woo esoteric knowledge has been claiming that there is an aura energetic field surrounding the body, and the health of this aura absolutely correlates to our personal physical health and mental health and our spiritual health as well. So I want us to start understanding that maybe, just maybe, these two things are one and the same, and that the Eastern philosophy may have been a lot more correct about the teachings of our universe and our health and how to heal and take care of ourselves and our spirituality than we have given them credit for, because they have been, once again, to kind of repeat what I said at the beginning, Eastern philosophy has been saying for thousands of years that everything is energy, everything impacts each other, everything is interconnected. That is now 100% proven scientific information that can be now taken out of the woo-woo realm and put into the realm of reality. And now, with a little bit of damn common sense, we can understand that this Torus energy field is really the one and the same as the aura. Okay. So now we can, if we can just use our own common sense to create our own belief systems and our own understanding of the reality that we live in, we can understand that the aura is now part of the reality that we live in. All right. And I'm going to be trying to systematically get us to understand that there are many aspects to our reality that we have been closed off from, okay? And I'm not saying that we need to go fully out of the Western society mental model and fully into the Eastern society or woo-woo type mental model. Let's just start meeting in the middle, where science and Eastern philosophy about energy and energy healing and that those aspects of the reality, where they meet, then be somewhere in the middle. Then when science takes another step towards proving Eastern philosophy right, then we can adopt that into our belief systems as well. I just want to talk from personal experience now in my own healing journey. I know that this knowledge has absolutely given me the power to heal myself, okay? And I was in a really low, unhealthy, basically crazy spot. And somehow I was able to transcend that spot and become mostly healthy and very mentally healthy compared to what I was, okay? And I know that this information and this knowledge can do the same for you if applied properly, okay? So please start to open your minds up to this amazing potential, okay? I hope this video has brought you some value. Thank you so much for watching. If this video has brought you some value, please go ahead and hit that like button or subscribe if you already haven't. And if you haven't subscribed, when you do, hit the notification button so that you can be aware of when I create new content for you, okay? Once again, much love and thank you very much.